pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The screen, and watch out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff position.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country. So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
Got a man. It's Lewis.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball in your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Using his legs, it's Lewis. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. That's caught. It's Adams. Snowed under by the defense.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Hokies can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finds the tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to pass on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Wiggins. He's... but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Guys, let's step back here and chat Virginia Tech. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Creates a little room. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Cleescore. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
A first down run in the red zone.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He'll pull it down. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
Fires to the big fella. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Heath. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over UAB. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The give on the inside. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's...
There he goes! They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Find some fresh air. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Hayes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Quick completion on the out. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Michigan!
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So an 82-yard drive there. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time it's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Now adjusting. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. And the Hokies will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to pass, it's Underwood. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Makes the catch down the right side. Here he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Lewis. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
He'll try it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Prescore. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's not the worst place in the world to miss. Coaches will tell you, man, when you're going to take those deep shots and those fly routes down the field, if you're going to miss as a quarterback, you don't miss inside, and he misses outside a little bit. Like to give your receiver a better chance, but it's a good job missing outside.
So now it's second and long. Caught behind the line. It's Prescore. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Prescore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan. Other schools from around the country. Slippery Rock, 35. Gannon University, 17.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. That big fella up front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial guy, and then getting to the quarterback. And the hard part a lot of time is getting him on the ground. Nice job by the big lineman.
Here's a heat. Oh, he was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Lewis. Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Hokies! They take the lead with the 6.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Michigan offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's second and long, and this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football today.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return. What a play by this defense to get the football.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get in my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one in there at the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Touchdown, Michigan! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. I wonder a lot of times why teams don't run this route more often. It's an impossible matchup for the defense.
Linebacker on running back, I'm going to lose that matchup a lot, but a nice job by the running back selling to the flats just enough to get that inside space to open up, make the catch, and start getting down the field.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Quarterback adapting. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Wants to throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
The give and tick, 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 tick. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wiggins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Hokies racing to the line in a hurry-up. That's reeled in. It's Lewis. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Pulls it in. It's Lewis. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Hokies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Grab near the marker. It's Wiggins. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Hokies getting set on first and 10. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. Stumbled to the ground. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Lewis. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Makes the pass. He's got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. And he runs it in for the score. Touch. Virginia Tech.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion but was denied. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, David.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it. They should be able to kneel this one out. When you start evaluating who can actually win a championship, you look for performances like this. Beating a team that's higher ranked and doing it with a passing game that has been virtually unstoppable.
You're absolutely right, Reese. If you're going to beat the best teams in the country, you better be able to throw the football. This quarterback was licking his chops for this opportunity on a national stage, David, to prove, even though his team was ranked lower, they were by far the better team.
And that's the big point to me. Like on the national stage, everybody watching, this is one of those games that makes a statement. The playoff committee, they're looking at, this has big ramifications for your rankings down the road. A big prove-it week, middle of the season.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams. And that's a reason why they're both ranked.